So this is Hollywood. Hollywood is just a colony in the city of Los Angeles. There used to be a chicken restaurant, but now the restaurant is closed. And Hollywood star, his first job site in the hot sun, and invite people in to eat at the restaurant. So this is the building on the right, and Brad Pitt used to stand on this corner right here. So he's, superstar in Hollywood. He's like Shah Rukh Khan, and Joey Matthews, who's my brother from another mother. I look like, a lot of people from Kerala say that you look like Joey Matthews. So that's why I tell them Joey Matthews is my brother from another mother. Coming up. So anyways, we are on Sunset Boulevard. Sunset Boulevard is a very famous road, and lots of things regarding Hollywood has happened on this road. Shooting of many movies and rock. Okay, good. Thank you. Now coming up a little further on the right side is the largest. Yeah, maybe you can see some. Okay, next coming up on the right is a hotel which is just for dogs. Hotel for dogs only. Take a look on the right. One second. Next side, this building on the left, Directors Guild of America. This is where all the top directors like Steven Spielberg, Jurassic Park, James Cameron, Titanic, George Lucas, Star Wars, all the top directors have their offices in this factory. Laugh Factory strict nightclub and restaurant. On the right, this is a very old hotel built in 1928, and it's had a lot of Hollywood history. Men's Club on the left. Next coming up on the left is a light grey building. Used to be a hotel called the Standard, but now I think it's closed. But this is another hotel where many Hollywood events have happened. Parties, weddings, birthdays, all kinds of stuff has happened in this building on the left. So it has a lot of Hollywood history also. On the left, Standard Hotel. On the right, we have the Yellow Railway Bogie. Yellow Railway Bogie here on the right is a very famous restaurant for hot dogs and hamburgers. This is where Kevin Hart, Eddie Murphy, Jim comedians have performed on the right in this very famous, and many comedians by performing became very big stars. So a little model of that car is Sittard Market. Most ads here in Los Angeles. I believe if you want to put an ad over here, it costs $150,000 a month. So any of these drive-in is a very old restaurant, more than 70 years old, and this is the restaurant where all the old-time movie stars like Clark Gable, Humphrey Bogart, Charlie Chaplin, Marilyn Monroe, they all used to go over here to eat, to wine and dine. On the right, Mel's Drive-In. It has a lot of Hollywood history. So these are the restaurants on the left and right, but very quiet right now because it's very early. Some people like to have breakfast on Sundays, so that restaurant was recording studio. So all the 60s and 70s recording in this little round building on the left. It's called Sunset Sound. It's a recording studio on the left. There it is, little building, round building. Be on the left, a little black building on the left called the Viper Room. That's a very old nightclub building called the Viper Room. Very old, popular nightclub. There it is on the left, Viper Room. And then next on the right is a red building coming up on the right called Whiskey A Go Go. That's the oldest rock and roll club here in Los Angeles. This is where the Doors, Van Halen, Red Chili Peppers, Guns N' Roses, Frank Zappa, Alice Cooper, and many other top, rock and roll groups have performed here at the Whiskey A Go Go, established in 1964. And then my collection of cars is coming on the right. Coming up next on the right is Roxy. Roxy is another very popular nightclub. It dates back to the 1960s, and right next to Roxy is Rainbow Bar and Grill on the right. Rainbow Bar and Grill is a very old restaurant where Marilyn Monroe, the famous actress, had her very first dinner date with Joe DiMaggio. Joe DiMaggio was the Sachin Tendulkar at that time. he was a famous baseball player. Baseball is like American cricket, so he was very famous at that time. He was like Sachin, and he and Marilyn Monroe had their very first dinner date. She also won an Oscar. She won an Oscar for She won an Oscar for Monty's Ball movie. Passing by one of the many residences of Marilyn Monroe. She lived in many places in Los Angeles, where she lived in 1956. It's a small white building with 5 apartments. She lived in apartment number 3. Coming up on the left, a little further. I think everybody knows Marilyn Monroe, very, very famous American actress from the 50s and 60s. So there it is. Take a look. This white building here on the left. This one right here on the left. White building, white boundary wall. She lived here, Marilyn Monroe. Okay, so now we are going to be approaching Beverly Hills. Beverly Hills is the poshest, most expensive colony in Los Angeles. This is where the top stars like Tom Cruise, Richard Gere, Julia Roberts, they live in Beverly Hills. Beverly Hills was established, this was all barren land, there was nothing here. So there was a developer, his name was Mr. Fairbanks and Mary Pickford. Douglas Fairbanks and Mary Pickford were the Shah Rukh Khan and Kareena Kapoor of that time. And when they bought the first plot in Beverly Hills, then a lot of famous people followed them, rich and famous people followed them, and that's how it became the most expensive area to live in Los Angeles. Beverly Hills. Coming up. Oh, don't miss the Beverly Hills sign on the right. As the bus turns, the commercial section of Beverly Hills. In the residential section, no buses are allowed, no trucks are allowed. Only cars can enter the residential section on the right. So that's why we cannot go inside, because buses are not allowed inside. We just see it from here. But, you know, these houses that you see, they're about $5 to $10 million. And when you go inside, more inside, where Tom Cruise and other big stars live, their houses are 30, 40, 80, $100 million and more. So, so I call this, you know, the poor section of Beverly Hills, the very poor sections, because $5 to $10 million is nothing, you know, compared to what's inside. The property tax in Beverly Hills is 1.3% of the value of the house. So if you buy a house here for 100 crores, your property tax every year will be 1 crore 30 lakh rupees only. And because of that, so if you look, each street on the right has only one kind of tree. Throughout each street, one kind of tree throughout the whole street. They're different. There's magnolia, palm, jacaranda, you know, and maple, all kinds of different trees. Yeah. Coming up is the police station of Beverly Hills. On the left side will be police station of Beverly Hills, where some Hollywood stars have spent time in jail. Lindsay Lohan, Charlie Sheen, O.J. Simpson, Paris Hilton, and some other stars have spent time in jail at the police station in Beverly Hills. In this country, it doesn't matter if you're Shah Rukh Khan, Tom Cruise, Mammootty, Mohanlal, Chiranjeevi, Rajnikant, NTR, they don't care. They don't care how much money you have. If you do the wrong thing, you have to go to jail. That's it. Simple. You can be Mukesh Ambani, you do the wrong thing, you go to jail. That's it. On the left side, building on the left side here, that's the City Hall. Take a look on the left. Beautiful building, 1932. but there is not even one house where there is the name on the gate. No name on the gate and no security guard in Beverly Hills. Name on the gate, 5 security guards, along with 5 and no name on the gate, but lots of money, lot of money. On the right side, the King of Spain at that time, King Carlos III, wanted to take over the west time before the Spanish came, the Chumash tribe and the Ohlone tribe, and of course the Spanish, made them go away from here. They didn't want them to be around, so that's how they took over. Slowly took over the whole state of California. So the state of California was part of Spain. It belonged to the King of Spain from 1781 to 1821. Now, all right. So, anyways, there's a roadblock there. I believe they're having some kind of demonstration. Basically, it's a demonstration for different causes, but so that's why the road is shut. Decided to get together and fight the Mexican people for the state of California. So this war started between the USA and Mexico back in 1848, and according to the treaty, the state of California was handed over, given to USA. So it became part of USA in 1850, and ever since has this blue building, and then behind it is another building like that, all in red. This is blue glass, that one is in red glass. The Pacific Design Center. So anyway, like I mentioned, that the area of the city is about 1,300 square kilometers. It's a very, very large city. If you drive from one end of the city to the other end, you'll cover at least 40 kilometers within the city of Los Angeles. That's how large the city is. The weather here in Los Angeles, pretty much sunny all year round. A lot of Hollywood stars. This whole area is called West Hollywood. Areas of up. Now, got together and started a campaign to end steel. No more. And also then when they rebuilt that sign, they took off the letters LAND and left it just as Hollywood, because that sign represents the colony called Hollywood, and also the hills, the mountains called Hollywood Hills. And now it's a permanent landmark of Los Angeles, but previously it was just an ad, just a hoarding. And the size of one letter of the Hollywood sign is 10 meters. Till today, they have only shown American Hollywood movies at the Chinese theater. No Chinese movie, never. But the reason they call it Chinese is because so the Chinese theater, as I was talking, it's a very old theater, and the reason it's called Chinese is because when you stand in front of the theater, the design, when you look at it, the architectural design or the look of it, he had a role in that movie, Mr. Lee Strasberg. He had the role of a businessman, Jewish businessman in that movie, Institute. I was saying about the Chinese theater. So they have a very special honor, and so they select an actor or actress they want to honor, and they invite them to the Chinese theater on restaurants and hotels. And so what they do is, in front of the theater, there's a lot of space on the floor, and they take approximately 2 foot by 3 foot space. Go fast. So what they do is, they take a 2 foot by 3 foot space on the floor in front of the theater. If you have seen Hollywood movies and you want to see the handprints in cement of Marilyn Monroe or Gregory Peck or Vin Diesel, top Hollywood stuff, four of the top movie studios are situated in Hollywood. And because of these four studios, namely they are Universal Studios, Warner Brothers Studios, Walt Disney Studios, and Paramount Studios. So these four studios are situated in there was Cecil B. DeMille, and those old time movies. He was the director of most of those movies. So what he did was in 1912 there was a little wooden structure, and he bought that in Hollywood, and he shot his very first black and white silent movie. Of course, subsequently he shot other movies also, and then of course many big studios opened up. Some of these studios are in 100-acre lots, and so that obviously that little studio now is preserved as a heritage monument, as a museum, as a historic landmark basically of Los Angeles, of Hollywood actually, and it's still there, and but it's a museum now. We're going to be approaching Hollywood, the area where we will be doing our walking tour of Hollywood and all these different places that I talked about. I have three very simple suggestions to make this tour a success, and these suggestions are for your benefit. Suggestion number one. I'll tell you exactly what.
No, you check the job these guys. They have a job.
No, just listen to me, please. Listen.
I know, but let me check. I don't want to.
We are not going behind the Dolby. We are not going there. Just take a left here. Just take a left.
Yeah, right there.
Okay.
If you want, I check for you.
Thank you.
Whatever you want.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I have to check the job. They have a job.
The footpath. Please take a look on the footpath. What do you see on the footpath over there? Did you see the stars on the footpath?
Where?
Every day. I do it every day.
I will check.
I go down.
We're just waiting for.
buy a ticket, this is now your last chance. In 4 minutes, the tour will begin. If you wish to
what do you call her? My coordinator is like, her desk is covered in like Dodgers bobbleheads. I blew her